Welcome back to News Geelong as we move into the world of Geelong sport with our very own Mitch Scoop Cleary.
Thanks, Rollo. First up tonight in sport, we speak to Winchelsea President Daniel Greski as the Eastern Reserve lights were opened for the first time last Friday night. GDFL Interleague coach Paul Price has the interview.
Right, we're here tonight on, I suppose, what you call a historical night for the Winchelsea Football Club. We have the president here. Daniel, certainly a lot different to the old lights and, you know, the new rooms, everything. You'd have to be happy with it.
Oh, very much so, Paul. We got here last year when you got the lights, you couldn't even see our scoreboard. So from what we've had to the change rooms, last year we had no social rooms. To what we've got now, it's just outstanding from our community. So moving forward, it's good.
The community themselves, you know, by the looks of tonight's function, it looks like everyone's got around it, and it must have been a community effort, not just a football club effort.
Oh, very much so, Paul. Like the GDFL put in 100, and the rest of it was a $300,000 project. So the GDFL went dollar for dollar, and then it was community-based. People come around, put some money in, put their hands in their pocket, which has really made this really a community recreation reserve. So very happy.
With facilities like that, it now can open up to other leagues. Colac and District may get involved, or other GDFL clubs could come out and do it. Is that a possibility for you?
Oh, it's always open there. We'll always open up our ground for anybody that wants to come along, help. Colac and District, they want to play finals here. By all means, that's all good. The more we get people playing here, the better it'll be for our town.
And the surface looks in fantastic nick. You know, not just the lights, the whole assembly. It just looks to be the complete package now.
Yeah, if you went out there today, you wouldn't even know we had any rain during the week. So the ground is fantastic. We've got great netball courts and now our lighting. So we're right up there with the best in the region, not just in the Geelong District, but the whole around Geelong. I think we've got some of the best facilities going around.
I think you're being a bit humble there. I don't know with being up with the best. I think this is the best by a mile. So to yourself and your committee and everyone that's been involved, you've done a fantastic job. Hopefully it turns out into club success or sort of on-field success, because off the field it looks like you're just kicking goals all the time. Yeah,
that's good. That's always good, Paul. Hopefully we can off-field work and we'll lead on to our on-field. It's been a long slog, but we'll get there in the long term with our kids coming through, and we'll play our kids and we'll go forward from here.
Now, look, if the lights in the ground are anything to go by, success won't be too far away, because it was only a couple of years ago that this would probably look like a paddock and the lights look like matchsticks. But you have a look out there tonight. You've done a fantastic job and you ought to be proud of it.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it, mate.
Thanks, Daniel, and good luck for your Winchelsea Blues in finding their first win for season 2012 sooner rather than later. Now here are my tips for GFL action round 9. After making all the headlines last week, Geelong West St Peters will be looking to make it 2 wins on the trot against St Joseph's tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm going to tip St Joseph's to continue their winning ways. In other matches, Leopold over Colac, Bell Park to be too strong for Grovedale, Newtown and Chewell over North Shore, St Mary's to be too good for St Albans, and South Barwon over Lara. And Nathan Curry's tips for BFL action round 10. He's going to take Queenscliff to continue its winning ways over Geelong Amateur, his Drysdale Hawks over Ocean Grove, Anglesea over Barwon Heads, Torquay over Mottawarri, and Port Arlington to find its second win of the year over Newcombe. Over to you, Grubby.
Thanks, Mitch, and g'day viewers, and welcome to Grubby's tips for round 9 in the WRFL. We'll have Albion to beat St Albans, Deer Park too good for Sunshine Heights, Port Colts in a close one against Hoppers Crossing, Spotswood to annihilate North Footscray, and Altona to beat Sunshine. As we go down to the GDFL, which is also round 9, Anarchy to beat Inverleigh in the match of the day, Thompson to beat Werribee Centrals, I don't like to say that, East Geelong to beat Winchelsea, Bellpost Hill too strong for Bannockburn, North Geelong to beat Belmont Lions, and Corio to beat Geelong West. Thank you very much, and we'll go back to the old grey-headed fella. Good on you, Rollo.
Thank you to the Honourable Mr Richard Cations. And to the CDFL, the Colac Football League tips for this weekend. Forest will stay on top of the ladder with a good win over Western Eagles. South Colac, the Kangaroos, too strong for the Colac Imperials. Birregurra to continue on their winning way by defeating Illawarra Biak. Lorne will defeat Otway Districts comfortably. And in the match of the day at home down at the Bay, Apollo Bay will defeat LV Swans. Simpson has to buy. And now for the AFL and VFL, it's over to Mitch Cleary.
Thanks, Rollo. I'm back again for Troy Selwood's AFL and VFL tips. With his VFL Geelong Cats having the bye this weekend, Troy's taken the opportunity to return home to Bendigo, so best of luck up there, Troy. In the AFL, he took West Coast Eagles to beat Carlton last night with his two brothers, Adam and Scott. In other matches, he's taken Adelaide to beat St Kilda, Richmond to beat GWS, North Melbourne to beat Gold Coast, Hawthorn over Brisbane, and the Western Bulldogs over Port Adelaide. In the VFL, he's taken Port Melbourne to bounce back over Coburg, Box Hill over Bendigo, Werribee in a close one at home to Sandringham, North Ballarat over the Northern Blues, and Williamstown to be too good for Frankston. Back to you, Rollo.
Now for all the weather expected for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days, let's look at the week ahead. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be partly cloudy with isolated showers on the Surf Coast, extending throughout the morning with a top of 15. While on Sunday it will remain partly cloudy with isolated showers and also a top of 15. Monday will continue with the partly cloudy conditions and isolated showers and a top of 16. While Tuesday will continue the isolated showers on the Surf Coast during the morning with a mostly sunny afternoon and a top of 16. Wednesday will return to the cloudy conditions and isolated showers with a top of 15, while Thursday will be partly cloudy with isolated showers and also a top of 15. Today around Geelong and the Surf Coast, we saw partly cloudy conditions with isolated showers on the Surf Coast reaching a top temperature of 15 degrees. And that's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast. Thank you for joining us on News Geelong. Don't touch that remote, as coming up next is Daryl Pittman and the boys with the local footy show. And tomorrow, start your day in a very special way with the ladies of Geelong and District Football League Netball at 8 a.m, followed by the GDFL footy show with the award-winning host with the most, Big Dick Philpott, and his team of experts. Yes, Grubby, you're an expert. And then it's your regular radio coverage in the afternoon on the 94.7 FM The Pulse. GDFL Match of the Day from Anarchy, where the Anarchy Kangaroos take on the Inverleigh Hawks. And in the Geelong Football League on Vision Australia Radio 99.5 FM, from Elderslie Reserve we'll see the Newtown and Chewell Eagles take on North Shore. So remember to take your time and smell the flowers. And while still on local footy, it is with a great deal of sadness that we say farewell to a top Aussie bloke in Max Finnemore. So sadly taken from us this past week. Mac was a wonderfully respected and involved contributor to local sport with his ever-energetic smiling contribution to the Bell Park Dragons Football Club, the Geelong West Rams Cricket Club and the Geelong Football League. Genuine, generous and a gentleman. Rest in peace, Uncle Max Finnemore. From all the team at News Geelong, enjoy the rest of the evening, have a safe and enjoyable weekend and a very good night.